Over the past few months, the plant has endured more than 460 UAV attacks and more than 15 artillery strikes. Among other incidents, the international community was informed of the first deliberate drone strike in human history on the turbine hall of Unit Number 6 at the Zaporozhzhia nuclear power plant, with the drone penetrating the structure just a few meters from the reactor vessel. Unfortunately, in addition to the clear escalation of attacks around the Zaporizhzhia NPP's infrastructure, the scale of the attacks on Enerhodar is simply beyond common sense. This is also a completely unprecedented case of strikes on a nuclear city, targeting, without exception, its entire social infrastructure. 6 people have been killed and 43 have been injured over the past few months. This includes both current and former employees of the Zaporozhye nuclear power plant, as well as their family members. In addition to the drone strikes and artillery fire in recent weeks, there have also been psychological attacks. Nighttime drone flights over the city equipped with loudspeakers, broadcasting intimidation, threats, and demands that residents leave Enerhodar immediately. Of course, as we have already noted in our appeal to the IAEA, the first and foremost goal that we, the Russian delegation, set for ourselves in these negotiations is to offer the IAEA every possible assistance in highlighting this problem, the sharp escalation of threats related to Enerhodar, its residents, and its social infrastructure. It is clear that the Ukrainian troops have been tasked with making life in Enerhodar just unbearable. The issue of supplying diesel fuel to mobile generators remains a major challenge. You are aware of this safety buffer which we, the Rosatom State Corporation, have established ourselves. As of today, diesel fuel reserves amount to approximately 50% of capacity, which will allow the plant to operate autonomously for about 11 days. We need to fill all the tanks to capacity and build up a more substantial reserve of diesel fuel in case the plant has to operate in autonomous mode. The plant has already switched to autonomous power supply 21 times. All of these incidents were handled flawlessly by both the staff and the relevant systems. The IAEA's reports, the official reports published on a regular basis, do not fully reflect the objective situation, particularly with regard to the threats facing the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. It is absolutely clear to us that, based on its mandate and due to certain constraints related to the current IAEA Director General, these reports do not fully reflect the threat, which, I emphasize, is posed to the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant by the Ukrainian military's actions. Despite the highly emotional and complex negotiations, I would describe them as productive. Perhaps for the first time since 2022, we have agreed on specific steps across a wide range of issues, and we will continue this work in coordination with the Russian Guard, the Defense Ministry, Rostekhnadzor, the Foreign Ministry, and of course, I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the IAEA and its courageous staff, who have visited the plant for the 35th time. During the most recent ceasefire, which took place from June 4th to 20th, for repairs at the Dnipro line, on the morning of June 5th, there was a provocation involving an airstrike. 5 of our military engineers were injured. In response, IAEA staff personally took charge of the demining operation and, by their very presence, effectively ensured that there were no further provocations. And on our part, all repair work on the Dnipro line was completed.
Are in a very delicate situation with regards to the security and the safety of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. This is why we had an intense, I think his word was that in Russian, a very intensive conversation. We inform, we report, I personally engage with political leaders of belligerents or countries involved in these kinds of situations. my staff is present not only in Zaporozhye, but in every facility that has a problem. So we are not simply observing what is happening. We are trying, sometimes with success, sometimes not, but we are always actively involved to try to minimize these very regrettable situations that involve people like you and me. So it's about peace at the end of the day.